Hey, welcome to Cooking with Dad. So today's edition, we're going to be making Linzer cookies. Hey guys, this is Cooking with Dad. Linzer Cookies. I'm going to take a trip to the grocery store, buy all of our ingredients. We need butter, flour, sugar, salt, baking powder, vanilla, cinnamon, clove, and that's about it. So it's a pretty easy recipe to do. Takes a little bit of elbow grease. I'm also going to introduce you to my daughter, who's going to help me out a lot, and we're going to have an amazing time. So we need a couple ingredients in the baking aisle. We've got most everything. We've got sugar, we've got confectionery sugar, but we do need some flour. We go through a lot of flour in our house because we also like to make pasta. You should see episode 38. It's amazing. All right, welcome back to Cooking with Dad. I'm here with my daughter, so it's going to be Cooking with Dad and Sister, if you're Jagger. Okay, so today we are making Linzer Cookies. It's a recipe that I took from Alton Brown, and I've made a couple of modifications, and I turned it into a Linzer cookie. So the way that we start is we do two different ways. We do a dry dough and a wet dough, and then we're gonna mix the two together. We let it wait for 2 hours while we have our dinner, and then later on I'll show you how to roll everything out, and it's gonna be delicious. Heart? Heart. Okay, so we're gonna start with the wet ingredients. We tempered our butter, so put 1 cup of butter in here. So go ahead, put these in. Open them up, drop them in. And then we need 1 cup of sugar. The sugar is here. So now we're gonna do what's called buttering the sugar. So you're gonna mix the butter and the sugar together. Good job, Thieves. Yeah, both. And then I'm already gonna sneak in, oh, put those in the garbage, sweetie. I'm already gonna sneak in, oh shoot, that's the lemon. There's gonna be a little lemon flavor. Some vanilla.
Could I have that?
Yeah, just a little bit. A little more than that. Perfect. So this is the cool ingredient. It's the paddle. Close it, snap it shut, and go ahead, put it on 3. Now you can see that that's mixing. We're gonna go work on the dry. So the dry is gonna be 3 cups of sifted flour. There you go. Yep, put that whole thing in there. There you go, hold it on top, spin it. There you go, keep on going till all of it goes through. Keep on going.
Why do we have to put it through this thing?
So this thing is gonna sift out all the yuckies, but it's also gonna make the flour very even and homogenized so that we have an even product. It calls for it. Back in the day, so that's 1. I'm gonna help you with 2, okay? Technically, if we were really serious, we would weigh everything because that's a better form of measurement. because the flour is packed down just like sand. You can have a lot of it in the same amount of space. And look, we took out one of these. And then, I don't know what it is. Could be a bug. The other reason why they used to do this, my grandmother would always do this because she would pull out worms and stuff like that. Before we had a million chemicals in all of our food, there would be mealworms. All right, so then we're gonna add another ingredient, which is the baking powder. So this one is tricky. We need to add 3/4 of a teaspoon. This is 1/4. So we need to put 3 of these. It's a fraction. So if we did 4, it would just be 1 teaspoon. It's a fraction of that. 3/4. Okay, go ahead. Put in 3/4. 3/4. Now, let me just show you the best way to scoop it though. You take this, you scoop it. Do you see the little line thing here? Look, you scrape off so it makes a perfect spoonful. That's 1. So if we need 3/4, how many more do we need?
Stop.
2 more.
Stop.
Don't mess it up. Now this is gonna help it. Now what do? Turn it. That's right. That looks like, no, that's perfect. That's perfect. No, you did it perfectly. All right, that's 2/4. Good. Okay, 3/4. That's enough, 3/4.
Okay.
If we added 1 more, it would be 1/1. 1/1 equals 1. Math is fun. All right, the other thing that we're gonna add that we usually don't have is cinnamon. Cinnamon is amazing. Go ahead, go to town. Cinnamon is gonna...
A lot?
Yeah, go to town.
A lot more?
Yeah, more.
Keep going.
It's gonna add, that's perfect. Okay, that's gonna add both flavor and some color. We don't want them to be like a boring white color. We want it to have a nice, maybe a very light brown, maybe, ooh, you smell that? Those are cloves.
What?
Smell. It smells so good. So the same, not too much. If we add too much, it gets a little bitter, but it just is gonna make it smell so good. If we had some ginger, we would also add some ginger. We don't, so we're not gonna add any. And I'm just gonna pour a little bit of vanilla extract in as well. This is imitation vanilla extract. It's okay, not really gonna be a big problem. And now I'm gonna open this up and we're gonna add as we go. Now we're gonna start adding, how good does it smell? So good. We're gonna start adding our dry mixture into the wet mixture. There is a device that goes around the outside of this particular mixer, but we don't have it, which is too bad because it keeps you from spilling all over the place. But we're gonna spill all over the place.
Especially on my foot.
Yeah. Now, supposedly you would add salt, but we bought salted butter. So instead of using sweet butter, we're just adding salt in the salted butter. It saves you a step. All right, and here we go. Here comes the last of it. Good. Nice job. We're missing 1 egg, and we need to beat the egg with a little bit of milk. Okay, so we're gonna add an egg now. We're gonna beat it with a little bit of milk, and then the whole mixture is pretty much finished.
Could I beat the egg?
Yeah, of course. Why don't you grab a fork to beat it? Beat it with a fork. All right. And I'm gonna add a little bit, about a tablespoon of milk. We added a little more wet.
Could I beat it now, Daddy?
Yeah, please, beat it, beat it. There you go, really fast. Like you're making an omelet. Great job. Till it all looks like it's mixed together, one color. Perfect. Nailed it. Now, if you have a look here, you can see why we need to add it. Do you see how it still looks very powdery? It's not all combined, and that's what this is gonna do. This is gonna make the mix become a dough it's not going to be super doughy.
Where do I put the fork? In the
right
sink?
in the sink, and we'll start washing up. See that? Now watch. As it goes, you're going to see that it's starting to all clump together. That's what we want. We don't want to overbeat it because it's a pastry. So we want it to still maintain a little bit of its butteriness that is not attached to everything. All right, so there's like a little stuff stuck to the bottom, which is normal. So I'm just gonna make sure that everything is mixed up perfectly, which is what I'm doing right now. If I was like a super good chef, I probably wouldn't have to do this, but I'm just a dad, cooking with dad, cooking with his daughter, and she's just living the dream, right? No. Okay, here we go. Now we're talking, mixing together. And as soon as it looks like it's all pretty much the same consistency, which is how it looks now, I'm gonna stop. It shouldn't look smushy. It shouldn't look like a batter. It needs to look more like a dough. So this is perfect. So Fallon, I hope you have washed hands. Do you? That's perfect. All right, step aside. We're gonna set up a little station. Swoop it right into there. And put it in the fridge for 2 hours. So we're back. We let our dough rest for more than 2 hours, actually for more than 2 days. As you can see, I'm wearing a different outfit, as is Feeps. So now we're gonna roll out, portion, and bake. We pre-set the oven to how much? How hot is the oven, Fallon?
It's 375 degrees.
Correct, 375 degrees. Now, usually when you roll something out, you use flour. But in this case, because we're doing sugar cookies, we're gonna use confectionery sugar. All right, so I'm gonna take this handy thing and just sprinkle it all over like it's snowing. This is going to keep the cookies from sticking. You do the same actually with our little punches, and we're going to do the same with the rolling pin. It's really important to do it with a rolling pin because the rolling pin has a lot of contact. You want to work with cold dough as well. So we've been keeping this dough in the refrigerator. All right. We're gonna take a nice piece here. I'm gonna do the first one, you do the next one. Okay, we're gonna roll it out. It's a little hard because we let it sit for longer than just a day. The other thing is, remember, we want to keep it from sticking. So I move it from time to time and I re-sugar the board so it doesn't get stuck. Can't really see it. Camera, right? So we got it to a nice thinness, not too thin, especially with these types of cookies. And Fallon's gonna punch it out. So go ahead, push down really hard. Perfect. Let's see. And then you're gonna wiggle it. Perfect. Look at that. That looks beautiful. Now we're gonna put it on a tray. What we do, instead of greasing the tray, we're gonna use parchment paper, not wax paper. If you use wax paper, it's gonna burn in your oven. You have to use parchment paper so it won't burn. I'm just gonna keep that right here. Fold the inside so it fits nicely, just like that. I'm gonna re-sugar the board a little bit. Re-sugar here. Fallon's going to roll out our top to match. Go ahead, Thieves. Do your thing.
Here?
Yep, and just roll it. Yep, just like that. Nice job, see? Good. See how it doesn't stick? Perfect. Perfect job. Now punch it. Right in the middle. And then a little wiggle. Okay, perfectly done. We're going to pull off the outside. There you go. Now, the difference between this one and the other one is this is going to be the top. And I want you to have a little peek at the jam that's in the middle. So we're going to do also, yeah, go ahead, heart punch. And then give it a wiggle. Okay, and then we just very carefully peel it off. Look, it stays inside. I like to cook these, and then we have little heart snacks that we can have while we're cooking the big cookies. And just like that. And now we're just going to finish this one up and punch out the rest. Now that we've punched out our first batch, I'm going to put them in the oven, 375 degrees, at 7 minutes. We're not sure the time exactly. I'm going to put it in at 7 minutes, then we'll take a peek at them, and then hopefully they'll be done in 7. It might be more like 9. Okay, 1 more minute, and they look just about perfect. You can see right here, there's a little bit of brown on the edge, not too much. This one looks perfect. They're still going to be soft until they cool down a little bit. So I put it on a little Alexa, stop. And so the next round we do, we're going to do for 8 minutes, and they're going to come out perfect. So here it is. Alexa, set a timer for 8 minutes. This is a little bit thinner, so this one will be the most well done. The reason why we cook these little ones, twofold. 1, so that we can taste it and make sure it tastes right. And 2, so that we have something to snack on. Give it to Mom. Yummy, right? Okay. Okay, so we have cooled down the cookies just enough. Now we're going to take the jam. This is a raspberry jelly.
What?
Yep, raspberry jelly.
It looks so like jelly.
Yeah.
No, it looks so.
It is.
It looks like Jello.
Well, that's the pectin. Pectin is what makes jelly have that texture. It's a hydrocolloid. We're just going to cover it like that. It doesn't need to be perfect because we're going to then take the heart, smush it on like so. Clean up the sides a bit. Maybe hit the middle so it's even. And then the last finishing touch is going to be some more powdered sugar.
I love that. Wait, that's powdered sugar?
Yes. And there you have Dad's Linzer. Dad's Linzer tart cookie.
Hey, Mr. Wall, how are Dad's cookies? The cookie is very good. You have a nice texture. The dough ratio to the jelly, the cookie to the jelly ratio is very good. Sweet, not overly sweet, very natural tasting. Powdered sugar adds just that extra hint of sweetness that really kicks it over the top. And it's a type of cookie where you really don't need anything like milk to wash it down, because some cookies you need the liquid right after it. But this is very refreshing and very good for the summer. I give it an A.
Thank you very much.